And this girl was no bargain either. She was fat. Ooh.
Fat, huh?
How fat? When she wears high heels, she strikes oil, okay? She's fat. She was fat.
Fat, that's a big girl.
Ooh, remember how we met? I hit her with my car. She said to me, "Why don't you go around me?" I told her I didn't think I had enough gas.
Johnny Carson couldn't get enough of Rodney Dangerfield every single time he came on stage.
It's always nice to come out here. How you doing, all right?
I'm doing fine.
Thank you very much.
Okay. We're going to do a commercial. We'll come back, we'll talk a little bit?
Oh, no.
No talking. Okay. We'll be right back.
This is Rodney Dangerfield making Johnny Carson laugh nonstop. The time Rodney got an inflatable girl pregnant.
A lot of pretty girls in Minnesota, too. Oh, a lot of pretty girls. You kidding? No, with girls, I got a new line, you know.
What's that?
Oh, I go out with a girl, I just whisper gently in her ear, "I got a gun."
That wins them over, does it?
Oh, yeah. Nah, I tell you what, girls, I'm never lucky. Johnny, never, you know that.
Yeah,
Because I went out and bought an inflatable girl. I got her pregnant. Hey, I'm not a sexy guy. I know I'm not sexy. You kidding? Well, this morning when I put on my underwear, I could hear the Fruit of the Loom guys giggling.
Always been that way, huh?
Never get girls, never get girls. Had a blind date last week, didn't work out either, you know.
Oh.
I mean, I've seen fat girls. This girl's ridiculous.
Fat, huh?
She was so fat, when she went jogging, she left a trail of potholes. I mean, she was
Fat girl, yeah.
fat girl. Oh, when she graduated high school, her picture was continuing on the next page.
I didn't know that.
She was a fat girl.
That's a large girl, big girl.
This girl was fat and ugly. Ooh, was she
Ugly too,
Ooh,
huh?
ugly. Ooh. How ugly? She was so ugly. I mean, she goes to the bank, they turn off the cameras. I mean, this girl was an ugly girl.
This joke is a classic because Rodney reporting he got an inflatable girl pregnant perfectly goes with his typical bad luck with women. Rodney doesn't know who to thank.
Interesting, I didn't know that.
It's another one I should have
A lot
tried
of love
out.
out there. You got to take him out of town. You can't just trot him right
Yeah,
out
I got to
here.
break him in all over, you know. But he was a sexy cab driver, tell you the
Oh, he
truth. I'm
was,
sexy
huh?
myself lately. I don't know what it is.
Really?
Maybe the weather, what it is. Very seldom be person, nothing like that. But remember, it can happen to anybody getting sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went out last week. I tried something new last week. As a matter of fact, group sex.
Group?
You?
Oh.
Now I have a new problem. I don't know who to thank. Oh, that was a wild party I went to last
wild
week.
party,
Oh,
huh?
what a wild party. No, I wish you were there. Ooh, what a
Yes,
wild
I'd
party.
like to be.
I got there, rang the bell, a big naked blonde came to the door.
Yeah.
And he was the butler.
At the butler? How'd you know he was the butler?
Oh, I knew he was the butler because you could tell he was...
I knew he wasn't the maid. That's the
No,
truth.
I'm late in the
I
11:30.
see.
You gotta be kidding.
The flat absurdity and randomness of this joke being allowed on network television is only something someone as well-liked as Rodney could pull off. The crazy things Dangerfield did as a kid.
No, I was a kid, Johnny. I would kill you crazy things when you were a kid, you know. I was a very green kid, too, a very green kid. Remember the first time I had sex with a girl, I was so confused. I didn't know what to do, you know. Yeah. I dialed 555 1212. I wish I was gay. I'd make it with Steve Martin, you know that? Actually, he's my second choice. No offense. All right. And, so quiet. I feel like E.F. Hutton just spoke, you know? Got a cigarette, okay? You don't mind, do you?
You should give that up.
I got a crazy doctor told me to keep smoking if I want to stop chewing gum, so what the heck? How long do you expect to be in Shanghai?
He stacks one specific childhood incident on top of another until the portrait confirms the documented bad luck was fully operational decades before it was a nightclub act. Lady of the Night made him say please.
Girls always give me a hard time. Never got lucky with girls. In fact, just last night, a hooker made me say please. But I tell you, Johnny, I count my blessings.
Count your blessings.
Count my blessings.
As long as you have your health.
Oh, that's what count your blessings. No, got to count your
Health is
blessings,
everything.
Johnny. Got to count your blessings. Thank heaven I'm doing okay today, and I had it tough for years, you know.
Yeah, I
So
know
I
you did.
paid a lot of dues, Johnny. Worked a lot of tough joints, you know. Fonzo's Knuckle Room, remember that? place?
Fonzo's Knuckle Room.
Oh, he was tough, Fonzo, was he tough? Oh, Fonzo, he was the first one. He started acupuncture, you know. Yeah, with an ice pick. Oh, he was tough.
Rodney gets politely scolded for being ugly during a transactional encounter, which gives the last word in the entire exchange to a woman with very specific and non-negotiable professional standards for her clientele. The seafood joke.
No, but you got to eat the right food.
Right
Fish.
food's
Fish
on
is
fish.
very good. Fish.
Fish is important.
Hey, seafood,
Brain
seafood,
food.
Johnny,
Yeah, brain
seafood.
food.
Very good. I know me, I love seafood.
Uh-huh.
I don't like seafood restaurants.
Oh, really?
Got no originality. They all got the same sign, you know. The fish you eat today slept last night in some bay. You know? I'll tell you, when I order fish, I'm only interested in how it's prepared. I don't care where the fish slept, if it slept, who it slept with. It makes no difference to me. In fact, I think a fish will taste much better if it was bad morally. That's how I feel about it.
An immoral fish is probably better.
Fish is very good, though.
yes.
I don't like classy restaurants, those classy seafood restaurants.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you order lobster before they cook it. Why did they have to show it to you for? And once I was out with a girl and I was trying to impress her. I like this girl too, Johnny.
Yeah.
I took her to a nice place, had a few drinks, relaxing. It was beautiful,
Right.
you know. Trying to impress the girl. It was nice, romantic. It was gorgeous. And the waiter came over, you know. Are these two okay? I mean, the lobster came, I was really finished. I was trying to impress the girl how manly I was. You know, I sat in a manly position. I looked at her very manly.
Right.
And then the waiter put a bib on me.
Dangerfield's joke perfectly displays how he can randomly flip a topic as mundane as trying to come off as manly to somehow connect that to eating seafood. Rodney's encounter with a homeless man.
Nah, it's tough. Nobody has it easy, Johnny.
Yeah,
Nobody.
that's true,
The other day, a guy stopped me in the street. You know, I could see he was down and out, you know. He asked me to give him some money for a bottle of booze, you know. I looked at him, I says, and I know your type. I'll give you money for a bottle of booze, you'll go out and buy food with it.
Now, you want to talk about your movie, The Ladybug? Just open?
Not yet.
You don't want to, not yet, huh? I don't want to, hey. You just let me know when you want me to jump in, will you?
All right.
Hey, you're the guest here.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
But life is tough, huh?
That's now, you gotta have the right attitude. Attitude is
Attitude,
the whole
of course.
thing. That's the whole thing. Like a friend of mine just got out of prison, Johnny. Did 10 years in prison. Came out, he has the right attitude. In fact, he told me he feels like a new woman, you know?
He plays straight man to a stranger who outranks him in no conventional category, yet somehow still ends up on top of the exchange by the time the story reaches its only available conclusion, the wild girl he dated.
She was a wild girl, I'll tell you. Very wild girl. Ooh, she was. You kidding? Well, she made me French toast. Her tongue got caught in the toaster. She was Now, but I'll tell you, too skinny's no good either, you know. No good to be too skinny. You know, a guy died in my block last week. Was he skinny? Ooh.
Skinny, huh?
He was so skinny, the funeral had one pallbearer, a waiter, you know? Now, but skinny's better than fat, I'll tell you that. Better being skinny, better for your health, you know, health. And that's what's important, your health. You kidding? I'm not a kid anymore. I'm getting old now.
Yeah.
I know I'm getting old. I'm at the age now, if I hear someone goes both ways, I figure it's number one and number two, you know?
Rodney names one specific incident involving a genuinely chaotic partner, which briefly positions him as the most composed and cautious narrator in any romantic story he has ever told about anyone he was involved with. The Japanese car radio line.
Kid, last week, nothing went right. I bought a Japanese car. I turned on the radio. I don't understand a word they're saying. Anyway, I mean, nothing comes easy. Well, the other night I went to kiss my daughter goodnight. She told me she had a headache. My daughter, she's full of smart answers, you know. I told her, wait till after you get married, then you have sex. She said, then what are you waiting for? I tell you what, my looks since my kid girls never went for me, you know. I was making love to one girl. She started to cry. I said to her, you'll hate yourself in the morning. She said, no, I hate myself now. You kid, I know I'm ugly. I stuck my head out the window, got arrested for mooning.
A new Japanese import with a radio that refused to cooperate converts a routine purchase into one more piece of consumer evidence that his possessions conspire against him as reliably as his relationships do. He names the specific malfunction rather than a vague complaint, since identifying exactly what went wrong always sharpened his possession bits more than general dissatisfaction could from the same setup time. Carson's amusement at the technical specificity confirmed a host who appreciated that the no-respect premise had extended efficiently into consumer goods. Rodney's kid left him for the milkman.
I tell you, last week was a rough week for me last week. I saw my kid and the milkman going to a father and son dinner. I don't know. I tell you, my own house, I can't relax. I got no sex life. 10 years ago, my wife put me on hold. What a sex life. With a dog, he's watching me in a bedroom, wants to learn how to beg.
Johnny's laughing reaction to something this genuinely impossible was one of Rodney's most consistent techniques, since underplaying a ridiculous premise always landed harder than performing distress would have from the same position. The phone number posted in the bathroom joke.
I tell you, my life, things happen to me you wouldn't believe. Well, it's a weird feeling me standing in a men's room. You see your home phone number on the wall. I'll tell you, nothing works out. My wife, she don't help either, you know. I bought her a toy poodle. She almost killed it trying to put batteries in it.
He names whoever posted the number, and that identification is the entire joke, delivered fast enough that dwelling past the landing would have started working against the punchline rather than reinforcing it. Johnny Carson's visible reaction confirmed the reveal landed in exactly the register the bit was built for, and his specific amusement at the personal detail over the general premise showed how precisely the joke had been constructed relative to what a less targeted version might have produced from any comedian working similar material. The surgical supply store joke.
You know that very bad. Now, how important your health?
How is your health?
Are you kidding? I'm not kidding. I'm getting old. Are you kidding? I'm at the age now, if I pass a surgical supply store, I go in and browse. The trouble with me is I don't listen to my doctor. That's my trouble. You know my doctor, Dr. Vinny Boom Botts. That's
right.
my doctor. The doctor, sure.
How is he?
Listen to him. He's fine. He's on vacation over in Sicily, you know.
Yeah?
Now, I don't listen to him. And he told me to get plenty of liquids and a lot of rest. I drank till I passed out, you know?
A surgical supply store stands apart from the usual doctor's office territory while keeping the medical humiliation theme intact, giving the act a fresh address within a neighborhood audiences had been visiting through his material for years. He describes something about the merchandise that converts a simple errand into further confirming evidence. And the clinical specificity of the setting does work that a vague hospital complaint couldn't have produced. Carson reacted with the specific quality of amusement he reserved for Dangerfield bits that found fresh territory in familiar subject matter, and his appreciation for the new setting confirmed that the venue choice was itself doing comedic work before any specific joke had been technically delivered. The on and off joke with his wife joke.
I'll tell you, with my wife, our relationship is always on and off. Every time I get on, she tells me to get off. And I tell you, the trouble with me is, I'm not a good-looking guy. When I open the front door on Halloween, kids give me candy. Are you kidding? I know I'm ugly. I asked the bartender to make me a zombie, told me God beat him to it. All right. You know when you're ugly, all right. I stuck my head out the window, got arrested for mooning. I mean, that's the story of my life. No respect. I don't get no respect at all. No respect at all.
In this moment, Dangerfield describes his marriage as on and off with the flat certainty of a man reporting a documented pattern rather than expressing any hope the oscillation might eventually resolve itself in a direction either party had agreed was the intended destination.
I don't want to overdo my welcome, you know. I've been knocking around, you know.
Now, do you consider yourself now a stand-up comedian or a big movie star?
I don't know what I am. I'm still trying to find the right woman. Are you kidding?
Really?
Love. I'm looking for love. Is tough, Johnny. Yeah. Tough to find the right woman. You kidding?
Yeah.
And love. What is love? Love is an extension of light. And lust is an extension.
That framing gave the segment a different starting point than his usual settled misery complaints, briefly inviting the audience to consider whether things might actually be going tolerably before the concrete example arrived, to clarify that on and off was an extremely charitable description. Getting covered up as a kid because of his looks.
I was a very ugly kid in my sandbox. The cat kept covering me up all the time, you know? Well, when I was a kid, nobody was nice. I was 6 years old. I found out there's no such thing as Alpo baby food. I mean, nobody was nice. My mother never breastfed me. She told me she liked me as a friend. I mean, I had her rough. Well, I told my old man I'm sick and tired of running around in circles. He got mad. He nailed down my other foot.
He describes being literally concealed as a child with the visual specificity of someone identifying a concrete method of concealment, rather than a vague statement about a difficult upbringing, converting his usual ugly jokes from verbal observations into something almost slapstick in its physical implications.
I mean, that's It's the story of my life. No respect. I don't get no respect at all. Are you kidding? No respect at all. Well, when I was born, the doctor told my mother I did all I could, but he pulled through anyway, you know? I mean, I don't get no respect from anyone. Well, last week my house was on fire. My wife told the kids, be quiet, you wake up Daddy. Hey, over to Hollywood. That's playing my spot there. Okay, I'll see you now.
The premise that his childhood appearance required active concealment pushed his appearance jokes into more genuinely absurd territory than a standard one-liner about being unattractive could have reached. And Carson's laughter had a slightly different quality than his reaction to the wife or doctor bits, since the image of a small child requiring active concealment carried an absurdity that exceeded the plausible adult misfortune his standard material operated within. Dangerfield's bit confirms that the No Respect universe was never a recent development, but a fully operational arrangement that had been producing consistent results since the very beginning of one specific man's entirely characteristic relationship with every person and institution his life happened to place in his path. Now that you've made it to the end, which Rodney Dangerfield moment made Johnny Carson laugh the hardest on this list? Drop your answer in the comments and subscribe, because there's a lot more classic comedy from the man who turned consistent bad luck into the most reliable laugh in talk show television history.